right. Hi, guys. We just want to do a follow-up on our two Mustangs that we rescued about 6 weeks ago. We did a really fun little fundraiser, and so this little handsome man is Merle, and the black one, we ended up coming up with the name with Miles. So we're excited to kind of bring you guys a little closer on the progress-ish, as you can see. So we just really wanted to highlight the difference between a domesticated horse and a Mustang, kind of what goes into it, your expectations of it. As you can see, this is a lot of pressure for him. He's very unsure of himself. I've kind of given him the nickname Two-Face after a Mustang that I was following that a couple, Samantha and Luke, who did the Extreme Mustang Makeover. They had two Mustangs named Poker Chip and Two-Face. And if you have a chance to look up their YouTube videos, extremely educational on Mustangs and the difference between the two. So he reminds me a lot of one of the Mustangs that they had. Merle came in as a stallion. We had him gilded. And Yvonne has been very dedicated to working with him and sticking it out with him. It's been far from easy, and it's not anything due to Yvonne. He's just a very difficult horse. So you can tell right now we've been working with him and touching him and all this kind of stuff for about 5 weeks, and he's still defensive and aggressive. And so obviously not asking anything of him, just standing in here. He's not sure if he wants to bite, if he wants to come up, if he wants to do this, if he wants to do that. And so it's just really important to realize that these wild horses have developed the ability to survive out in the wild. So some of these horses will come into an environment and they'll join up very easily, and others prove to be more difficult. So with the future with this handsome man, we're not exactly sure. If we decide that it's not best for him to continue in a riding program, such as what we're trying to help him with, we'll turn him out in our pasture and he'll live his life here at the rescue. So we did save these two horses right off the slaughter truck, and they will not return to that life by any means. Sometimes people are really excited just to have a horse as a pasture pet, and that might be his future. I personally am a little intimidated by him. I've had him strike at me. I've had him bite me. He's very unpredictable. And so at this point, I've reached out to several Mustang trainers up in the United States area to see if we can't get any of them to come down and or maybe do some Zoom training with us or anything. So we're very committed to doing what's best for him. And when it comes to horsemanship, there's no ego in it. There's always something to learn. And with him, it might be that his life isn't meant to be ridden. And that's okay, too. You know, we're here to rescue the horses. And we're excited when we can teach and train them to be ridden, but at the same time, we want what's best for them. So he might be an example of just that. Yvonne, who works here at the ranch, is very passionate about working with him. And I think they're both a really good fit. The reason why I'm backing him up when he approaches me is because he's bitten several people. So this is a little bit of me trying to work out, like, I control your feet, like, you know, you can't just come up and do whatever you want. So some people might say, well, this horse just needs more love and he needs more time to connect. And the best way I can explain it is it's kind of taking a 15, 16-year-old teenage boy who's gotten away with doing anything and everything he's ever wanted to do, and then saying, well, he just needs love and understanding. He does need love and understanding, but in order to show that love, we need to teach him boundaries. And that's the biggest thing with Merle right now. Merle needs to learn boundaries. And by really giving him love, we're going to educate him. He can't just come in and bite and strike and kick at people, because he'll never be able to end up in a home. He'll never be able to end up with somebody that can trust him. And those horses aren't given that much of an opportunity. Now, there are programs out there that leave wild Mustangs as they are, and I think that's fantastic as well. So it just depends on what your goals are, what your passions are, what your interests are. And if in the end that's what's best for him, then that's what we will do. But we will still give it a good good try. You can see like the ears are going back and all this kind of stuff. Just a little bit of what's going on with him. So we're really open on what his future's going to hold. And anyway, it'll be a good one. You know, if he gets to just be a horse the rest of his life, that's okay too. But please understand that when you're working with these wild Mustangs, it's not just love and understanding that you need. You need to follow through with boundaries. You need to be able to help them work through certain things, through unwanted behavior, such as biting, striking, kicking. That's not going to improve with love. It's very loving to discipline a horse in an atmosphere where you're trying to help them understand that it's a boundary. So I know in our society nowadays they don't like to use the word discipline, but it's just, if we think about it as a boundary, I think it's the best way to really explain what this boy right now really needs. And like I said, in time, we're really excited to bring in some other trainers, some professional Mustang trainers, to help us with him, to help evaluate him and see how we can improve, what are ways we can do things differently, different stuff like that. But the best thing to take away from today's update on him is he's been rescued from slaughter. That will never be in his future. The rescue will take care of him, maintain him, and continue to seek ways to help him out. So thanks again, you guys, for following the journey on these two boys, and we just want to keep you guys updated with everything that's going on and on their progress, and yeah, we're just excited to see where it's all going to go.